Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Ninja 3-in-1 toaster, grill and panini press. And what I want to do today is to show you around the toaster, some of the features and benefits that it offers. Also I'll give you a quick demonstration later. I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, just give us a quick thumbs up. Now first of all, just before I start the video, you will notice that I'm wearing a slightly different shirt to normal. If you follow me on YouTube for a while, you know that this isn't a shirt I normally wear. Now the reason for this, when I'm recording this, it's early December 2022, and today at our showroom within the town of Wigston, we've got a late night switch on, and we always like to dress up. We always like to either wear Christmas jumpers, or for me it's Christmas shirts. So I just thought I'd join the festivities. Also, a bit later on, normally about 4 or 5ish, we do get the organiser come round and he brings a costume for us to wear. And this for me is, I always get roped into doing it. There's been various costumes that I've had to wear over the years, but it's a bit of fun. The kids really enjoy it and I get to enjoy it too. I must say, when I first ordered this, I wasn't too sure about the 3-in-1 concept, having the toaster, grill and panini press together. But I think now people are getting too many gadgets within their kitchens, so I think having the 3-in-1 idea really works. I think what I'll do is I'll get it plugged in now, just to show you it in action. Now I'm actually going to leave it like that for now. I'm going to leave it in this mode, as if I was going to use the grill or the panini press, just really so I can show you all the functions on here. Now you will see that there is a huge amount on here, considering essentially it's a toaster. First of all, you need to tell the toaster what mode you want to use it in. Now what that's doing is that's saying lock, because if you want to use it as either the grill, panini, bake or reheat option, then what you need to do is you need to lock this down the side. Now I know it probably appears a little bit confusing, but once you start using it, then it is easy. So it's the handle just down the side here. It's normally the handle that you use to pop your toast down with. So all you need to do is lock that into place, and that's when we set it into the top half of the mode. So it is really simple. So if you wanted to use the grill, then all you need to do is press that button. You've got panini, bake and then reheat. So if you wanted to select the grill, then all you need to do is just change the setting on it. So you've got high, medium, low. So you've got the 3 different settings there. Panini, again you've got the different settings on there. So you've got the different temperatures, so you've got 205 degrees, 160, 120. So you just select which one you want. And I suppose with things like the panini press especially, it's more a case of trial and error. Personally, I haven't made one in this. I'm not going to make one today, but what I would normally do is pop it on medium and then just put it in for a certain time, just see how it gets on. And then after you've made a panini for say 2 or 3 times, then you get used to how it operates. And then for each option, once you've selected the temperature, then all you need to do is press the temperature and time button there, and that toggles between the two. So that's for the number of minutes that you want it on for. So if you want it on for say 10 minutes on medium, then you select 10, press the button again, and then you select medium. And then once you've selected one of those options, then all you need to do is just press the start and the stop button for it to crack on and get cooking. Now you will see here that you've actually got a panini press, and all you need to do is just put your sandwich in here. So once you've made it, just pop it in the middle and then just put it in there. I must say at home my kids do love things like toasties. We get through no end, and this kind of product would be really, really good. Fortunately they've not seen it yet, so I'm not sure whether to get this yet for us at home. But I think once I show them this, because they both subscribe to me on YouTube, then I think once they see it, I think they'll be tempted to ask Dad to get one for home. But all that happens, it doesn't really matter on the thickness, and that's the beauty of this, that it's actually sprung loaded. So if you were to just try and show you that, so even if you were putting quite a thick toasty in there, then it will just allow you to do that. If you just wanted to use this as a grill, then all you need to do is just press this button and then this middle part will pop out. I'll just show you that. You almost need an extra hand to do this. So just press the button, that will just come out, and then you can just use that as a grill if you want to. And then to put it back in, just locate it on the side there. Again, it's sprung loaded, just pop it in and then you're ready to go. So really nice simple design, so well done Ninja. And if you didn't want to use it in one of those modes, if you wanted to use it in toaster mode, then all you need to do is just to put it upright, and what you will notice is that it's currently locked in the down position, is as if you're going to use it in a toaster, but what it does is it just releases it. So that's just gone up on the side now. And clearly if you want to use it in the toaster mode, then you just need to put that down at the side. You have got the option to select the shade. So depending on, I suppose, how dark you want it. Personally, I'm not too much of a fan of too dark toast. I don't like it too crispy, so probably a 4 or 5 would be ideal for me. But I suppose what I want to do is I want to give this a test in a minute. But I just want to go through some of the other functions just before we start to cook. So you've got a couple of options on here as well. You've got the bagel setting, and then you've got the defrost setting as well. So if you've got some toast, or not some toast, if you've got some bread out the freezer, if you've got some toast out the freezer, that will be quite amazing. But if you've got some bread out the freezer that you wanted to defrost, then all you need to do is just pop it in here, select the defrost setting, just deselect the bagel, and that's normally quite an effective way of defrosting the bread. But when you want to pop your toast in, all you need to do is just, once you've popped it in, just press the handle down on the side. It makes that familiar sound that a lot of Ninja products make. You'll see you've got the countdown timer at the top there, so it's 1 minute 40 that's going to be in for. And then to stop it, just press the X button at the front. So the difference in time is actually quite a lot. I've mentioned that as you go between shade 1 to shade 7, I just showed you the time on there. That was at 1 minute 43, and that was for shade 1. Basically, all that happens is it doesn't do anything different. All it will do is increase the time that the toast is in there for, or the bread, should I say. So basically, it varies from 1 minute 43. So on shade 2 is 2 minutes 4, then 2 minutes 10, 2 minutes 22, 2 minutes 45, 3 minutes 4, and on shade 7 it goes up to 3 minutes 30. So that is really, if you want your bread or if you want your toast really well done, then select shade 7. And what you'll find is if you select the defrost button, again all it's doing is it's just adding time onto it. So on the shade 1 it will add 20 seconds, then 22, 23, 24, 26, 29, and on shade 7 if you select the defrost button then it will add an extra 31 seconds. So overall, if you were selecting shade 7, then you are going to have some really crispy toast because your bread is going to be in there for 4 minutes and 1 second. Now just before I make my breakfast, I'm going to show you this. So just round the other side, this is showing the crumb tray at the bottom. Now that just pulls out. So I'm really glad that Ninja have thought of this, because it can be quite annoying if you need to take the toaster over to the sink or over to your bin to empty the crumbs out of the bottom, because not all toasters have this kind of option. The only thing, and I suppose the only comment, is this is not removable. Now for me that's quite a disadvantage. It's something I want to point out. I always try and be honest in my videos. If I like something, then I'll say it. If I think something is not a great design, then I'll also say it, because I'd much rather be truthful about it. And I must say, I'm not a huge fan that that isn't removable, because what I want to do is I want to take the crumb tray out and go and empty it in the bin. So all I need to do now is I need to take the whole product over to the sink or the bin again. So as well as this is designed, I think Ninja should have changed that personally. But anyway, I'll get over that fact. What I do want to do is, I'm getting hungry now. So I often say, so if you follow me on YouTube for a while, you know that I often make these videos quite early in the morning. At the moment, it's not long gone past around 7 o'clock. So I think I'm going to start to make some breakfast. I did bring some bread in with me. So I'm just going to pop it in here to see how well it cooks. So all I've done is I've just changed the camera angle around a little bit, so hopefully you can see it a little bit better. So I've got a couple of slices of bread. Now one thing to point out is that the gap in here, Didn't look very wide. I must say some of the slices of bread that I have are quite big. These are 2 standard slices of bread, and as you can see they just fit in. They might have to overlap a little bit. The overall gap in here is 24 centimetres. So all you want to do is just to make sure, I suppose for me, I'd have a look at the bread that you use and have a look to make sure that you can get 2 slices in here. What I don't want to be doing is, I don't want to be toasting 1 slice and then have to do it again for another slice. I'm not into that. So what I would do is I would want to make sure that it will fit in okay. Fortunately I think that should be okay. I can just squeeze those 2 in. But again, that's the only downside with this, that this gap might be a touch small. As far as the width on it, it is huge. So as far as if you're doing things like crumpets or say wide things like muffins, then that will never be an issue because this is huge. So although that's 24 centimetres across here, the actual gap is 5 centimetres or 2 inches. So that's always a huge bonus. So what I want to do is I'm just going to put some bread in here, and you can see that because of the, I suppose, the width of this, then I'm just going to try and turn these round so I can get both in. But that's one thing to comment on, that because it's not that wide, then you just want to make sure that you can get the 2 slices of bread in. But I've selected number 3. Really I think for brown bread, then that should be okay. I quite like brown bread where it's, or wholemeal, where it's not quite done as much. When it comes to white bread, I like it done a little bit more. I know it sounds odd, but out of interest, what setting do you think you will put it on? How do you like your bread toasting? Are you one of those people where you like it where it's just a little bit crispy on the outside, so probably shade 1 or 2, or are you one of those people where you really like it crispy, almost like it black where you're scraping it off, where you're into the realms of 6 or 7? So let me know in the comments. Anyway, I think we're ready to go. So now I've got that ready, press that down and we'll see how well we get on. So it's just part way through at the moment. As you can see, we've got 1.5 minutes left. I'll just show you inside. You can see it's working at full blast at the moment. It's not on all the time. It will turn off and on, which is normally quite a way that I suppose a lot of toasters work, but you've got the elements on either side. This will be really interesting to see how well it cooks. As you can see, they come on there, and clearly I don't want to get too close because there's a lot of heat being generated by the toaster at the moment. So we're almost there. There we go. So again, it makes that familiar ninja noise. And let's see what it's done. So you can just see that it's slightly brown on there. I think for me, I should have used my original initiative, my original hunch. I should have put it on probably 4 or 5. But that's the beauty of this kind of product, that it's the very, very first time I've used it. But what I am impressed is I know you can't really see it because it doesn't necessarily look that brown, but it's certainly crispy. Now let's just have a look at the other slice. Again, it doesn't look very brown. I think had I selected 4 or 5, then it'd be a lot browner. But I think for wholemeal or brown bread, that's pretty much how I like it. I don't like it done too much. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and have this as part of my breakfast, and I'll be back in a moment. Right, that's better. I really enjoyed my toast there. If you are thinking of buying one of these toasters, then I have provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. Hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Ninja-foodi 3-in-1 toaster, grill and panini press. I must say I've really enjoyed making this video because I got to eat something as well from it. If you've got any questions on it, then at the moment I've got this on display. Just pop it in the comments and I'll get back to you. Also, if you've got one of these, then let me know what you think about it. I always appreciate the feedback. Whether you like it, whether you don't like it, leave it in the comments because I'd always appreciate the honest feedback. Thanks for watching.